Welcome back. We return to the party with Run and Dominicus staring at the gate as it comes down. The infected villagers from the Fingers district pining to get in and probably do what they had just done to these two guards on the other side of the gate, biting into them and then sending them to the back of the crowd not to be seen. And you see one of the town's guards right at the gate kind of backpedal away from the gate, kind of holding his hand, his wrist. He kind of like looks up at the other guards and then kind of looks back at you guys. What in the hells? And he kind of backs up as they kind of reach through the gate towards him. And he kind of as he kind of makes his way towards you guys. All right, back up. Maybe go to your homes if you have them. Board up somewhere. We're gonna have to deal with this.
You need to get that looked after. I would say report to your commandant. Tell them what happened. They need to know.
I will right away. See, he kind of shocked a little bit, kind of looks around, seems a little kind of confused. Right, all right, and he kind of walks.
Are there any other guards like up above on parapets?
Yeah, that's what he had looked up. There were two of them that were kind of controlling the gate.
I want to, shout to get their attention and say, look after this man. So that they're aware of him.
They don't seem to understand what you're getting at.
Okay.
Yeah, they seem just as confused, and they're kind of worried about like the gate holding and their duties at the battlements.
How is the condition of the gate? Is it looking like it's going to hold?
It's a sturdy gate. Yeah,
okay.
It's nobody could fit through it because the bars are pretty close together, and they're pretty thick steel bars.
Support close.
I'm not good at this stuff. Dominicus is not, but I want to know if the bodies in this state are dead or if they're almost like a possession. You know what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. Like if they have died and became undead, or if they are just gotten so much from the sickness that they are possessed.
Yeah.
And could still be saved.
What are you how are you trying to glean this?
I'm gonna mention it to Corone. We should probably see. Can you see about the states? See if maybe they have. And I'm gonna ask for like a medicine check, maybe with advantage.
Sure.
Go
ahead.
Yeah. Okay. If is there one? Like I have to examine them from the other side of the gate, right? Like it's not like there's one right there that I can examine.
Yeah, you can look at them you can try to see what you can glean just by looking at them, and then also hearing that they are speaking.
Okay. With advantage, I'll take my normal. I'll be because I have a +8, I believe. Yeah, 26, 18 plus
8. What is it total? 26.
26. Yeah, because you said with advantage, right?
It does seem to be something of that sort. Maybe not exactly like a possession or like demonic in that sense, or something in between. They're not quite zombies because they seem to have some cognitive function, and they don't seem like they're actually dead. Seems like they've just lost control of their facilities to a certain extent.
So it almost seems
like they can't control themselves. Yeah.
Okay.
As far as they seem to be conscious, just possessed, compelled, I think it's magic, especially considering what I tried to use earlier should have healed me, but it didn't. I don't think it's just a disease. I don't think they're dead. I think they're trapped.
Well, that's the good news then. At least we won't be turning into zombies or dying.
I know I don't want to be like one of them in the first place, so we should probably
Yeah,
to that
apothecaries right now. Let's go. I should definitely say something to
Absolutely.
okay. And he'll hold the chest, kind of mimicking what Asher's done in the past, and be like, "Zombies, or army of zombies at the front gate. Keep everyone inside."
What?
Asher does not have his.
It's Coria. Coria has it. The other end. She just says what? Where is everybody else? Are you guys still in the Sleeping Moon?
Yeah,
No,
Rowan-
Asher dipped
Rowan's
out.
at the Sleeping Moon.
He told Rowan and Briar to stay there and look after everyone, and he just bolted out the front door after.
Where are
We're
you
all
trying to
having
go?
breakfast.
Where were you trying to go, Asher?
Meet up with Dominicus and Karun.
Okay, so you're trying to head their direction.
Yeah.
Coria bursts out of the kitchen, and she has your pancakes, your crescent flavored or crescent shaped pancakes with a little bit of moon wine. She brings them to you, Rowan, and you can see she has like a really concerned face. I just got a message from, I think it sounded like Dominicus, but he was saying that there are zombies at the front gate.
Zombies.
A horde of them, an army of them.
Rowan is going to shovel.
Gotta get a pancake too.
He's gonna shovel the pancakes and to kind of wipe on his shirt, and he's gonna start taking some of the chairs and start kind of, start fortifying the inn. And he's gonna turn to Briar. Briar, go upstairs.
They're still outside.
We'll know when they're coming. You keep a line of connection. Can you tell them to let us know when they're here so we can start opening up the door when they're on their way? And Briar, start fortifying the upstairs.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay.
Dominicus, are any of them inside? Are you okay? Where are you? Can you come back? We're boarding up the inn.
How does this work? Can I respond? And that
You
doesn't
can
do
you can
a
respond
charge,
to that.
or-
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So technically, you would have
Um,
one more use where you can send another message after your response.
Good to know. Okay. Well, do I have a second? Like I could talk to Corone, or
Yeah.
I have to do it
Well,
immediately?
I don't know how that works. I think you have to respond right away.
Immediately. Okay, I'll just do it.
I'll give you a little bit. Like if you want to just ask anything a little bit, then you can do that and then respond.
Corone, she's asking where should I tell her about us being infected, or you're muted.
I think that she's already aware that we might potentially be infected. Just so long as she knows we're going to a Mansar's, hopefully no one's coming after us, but yes, we'll be going to a Mansar's.
Okay. Going to apothecaries. No of the dead are inside. Me and Corona are affected. We'll do our best that we can. Keep you updated.
You see inside the inn, she kind of looks around and then looks at you, Rowan. They said that they're going to the apothecary. I'm assuming Amansar. And they said that they are infected. Did you know this? You're muted.
Did Rowan know that?
Yeah, you were upstairs when I looked over with magic eyes.
I thought Rowan was in the staircase.
Yeah, I don't think anybody ever explicitly told him that they were, but he
Nobody-
had a hunch that something weird was going on. And they didn't really tell him.
Something weird was going on.
Asher knows explicitly because I addressed him.
Yeah.
I believe
So-
Briar deduced.
Briar knows as well. I don't think Rowan knows.
No, because I got weird vibes and called the lady downstairs for some pancakes.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look her dead in the eyes and say I didn't know. I don't know what's going on, but I seen what they look like, and it's not pretty, and it might be pretty infectious if Ace and Karun, because that was just a day or so ago. So I just want to take these precautions and make sure that there's nobody else, considering how fast it is contagious. They may
Yeah.
not be the only ones in the city.
Must have
So-
been why they were acting so strange upstairs, Zakia says.
Maybe. I don't mean to scare everybody, but I think we should probably lock this place down and make sure we're safe in here until they get back.
So Briar's running upstairs at the behest of Rowan and knocking on her parents' door, be like, "Dad, put on your pants. Put on your pants and come out."
But do I have to? I want to
I
stay in here. There's an infectious disease out there. You hear him kind of ruffling. He's just joking. He seems like he's getting ready. He opens
I
up the door.
need your help to fortify all of the doors and the windows because
Fortify?
Yes, we need
I
to
was just joking. What's going on?
There is an infectious disease outside that. And they're breaching the wall. There's something about zombies.
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 It's always zombies. All right.
Another day, another zombie.
Okay, so we're going to bunker down in here?
Well, there is food here. There's lots of drink. So yes.
I don't like this idea. I think that we will be sitting ducks. The longer we're out here, or the longer we're in here, the more that thing will spread, and then we will be surrounded. We can only survive here so long.
So what is the plan, Muir? What do we do?
When you have a multiple growing snake, a replicating snake, you must cut off the head at the source. Otherwise, the heads will multiply, and then you will be overwhelmed.
Okay,
I don't know,
so
my dear. We don't know the extent of this. And then what happens if, we get the infection, and then it is in the city, runs rampant? It's probably best to take the precautions. I'm with Briar on this.
do you think maybe there's two going to the apothecary and they have an institute here? Maybe someone could help? Someone smart, maybe?
Institute is in the upper district. I don't think that they would let us over there.
Mhm.
If anything,
But-
they've probably already sealed the gate and leaving us to fend for ourselves.
Okay.
Luckily, it is not in the hands yet, or at least so I presume.
Maybe take your post at the window and if anything gets through, shoot it. While we figure it
I
out.
will hang out on the different balconies, and I will see what I can observe. If I hear anything, I will shout, I guess.
Okay.
So as you kind of head back down, you actually, Rowan, you hear this too as you're kind of boarding up different areas. You hear kind of a on the door. Excuse me.
I'm gonna look to Korea and everybody else. Does that voice sound familiar?
It is not to me. As far as I know, it is still at the gate. We have to decide who do we let in. I don't know them.
May I ask who's on the other side?
Yes, we are new in town. We're just seeking shelter. It's getting a bit crazy out here. My name is Vildriel.
I'm gonna look again to everybody that's in the room to see if that name sounds familiar. One more time. Is Briar's family out, or are they still kind of in the room?
they're not here yet. Zagya kind of has a look of concern. And then Korea kind of speaks up. How new in town are you? We just came in last night.
As much as we would like the extra company, we can't let you in right now. We're kind of closed. Come by another time.
Thank you for your time. We will search elsewhere.
Before I let them go, I'm imagining kind of Rowan kind of going through his brain. Does he recognize that name at all?
No. It did seem like Zagya dead.
She did seem to know who that is. I'm gonna continue, and I'm gonna kind of gesture for her to come to me. Like, tilt my head.
She kind of nods. I think I know.
Who are they? Should
They are, like me. And Karan.
Nope, Karan left. Try again.
Karan's out. You missed this, Karan, but I said they are like me and Karan.
I was kind of already thinking that initially, so thanks for confirming.
But I get the feeling that they're probably bad news. Just by your reaction.
For me, probably bad news.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll keep an eye out for them. If you don't mind, making sure everybody's okay, you know. And Rowan's just going to continue to put up benches against the front door and kind of. For dismantling things, he's probably going to ask Korea.
She doesn't seem too concerned. Okay, so we, Asher, as you kind of make your way along, you see Karan and Dominicus trying to make their way to Amansar.
What news have you found?
Asher doesn't know anything yet. You're muted, both of you. He's coming up to you guys, so
Yeah.
Oh, to us?
Yeah.
Do we see him?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm like running up to you. I'm like, what
No.
news have you found from the...
Stop. You need to stay away. You need to go back.
Well, I'm the only one here that can see.
No.
What's
I can
spreading?
see. Me and you are the only two that can see the spreading. You need to go back to your wife and make sure that there's no one else that gets infected into the house.
Well,
I know. I want you here with us as well, but we can't risk it. Do you agree with me, Karan?
I mean, you haven't shown any symptoms, and you didn't approach anyone like Dominicus and myself did. I know that you would be a massive aid to us trying to figure out what's going on, but at the same time, I don't know how this spreads. I can't even guarantee that you or others, everyone there, isn't already at risk, already infected. You're one of the few people that would say could handle whatever this is, should the worst happen. But ultimately,
if we don't figure this out soon, me being at the end won't very well do much, because we can only stay for so long.
Which is why if we can't find a cure to this, we're pretty much out as it is. We're on a time frame. We can't have you joining us on that time frame. And you need to get back to the rest of the people and start figuring out an escape plan. can as an absolute worst case scenario. Making sure that no one else that comes in looking for shelter is infected already and infects more people. It's just too much risk, not enough reward. We're already stuck with this. We've got to cure this before we become like them. And he's gonna point kind of at the gate. I don't know how far away we are from the gate. We didn't walk much. I don't.
No.
Can Asher
You
see
can
the
see
gate
it from there because you guys are kind of in the main
Okay.
street and you're about to cut off into an alley to get to Amansar.
That's our fate if we don't find this quick. You are my brother, and I want you with us, but it's just not. I can't risk it. We can't risk it.
Well, I am not going to let you and Fran be on time limit by yourself. So, I suggest we get going. We will all make it back, or none of us will. Rowan and Briar and her family will take care of Coria.
Actually, I agree. I think that because of how unknown this is in what these things become, time is our ultimate enemy here. The more eyes, the better. If we can't figure out something, then at least we can send you back before we turn into the worst.
Please, then at least try to keep distance and don't come near us too close.
Well, that was the plan. Let's get to this apothecary. Hopefully he's got a lead.
Okay, so you guys heading to the apothecary.
Yeah.
You come to a building with a sign that has a little bit of a kind of a cauldron, and then a potion with like tongs over top of it, kind of hanging over the cauldron. It says Amansar Alchemia. But it looks like it's like the door doesn't look like it's boarded from the outside. But there is, on kind of where the windows would be, kind of boarded on the outside, the windows.
Well, I thought you should let me do the knocking because we don't want this spreading. And I'll go up and knock on the door.
Nothing. You hear some shifting inside.
We've come to seek aid. We've heard that you might have a lead on this magic that is taking over people.
No, go away. I've given my terms.
Well, if you're not going to assist, can you at least tell us what you know?
No.
Well, I guess this entire district will be overrun.
Good. Let it fucking burn.
Can they, we hear this, or is it just him?
All of you. Yeah.
Oh, we can actually hear. Oh, okay.
I'm just going to turn to them and be like,
It's a little muffled, but you hear it from the inside, because you guys are kind of like on each of the windows while he's at the door, and you can kind of hear inside.
You said terms. What terms?
Who are you?
My name's Karan. The one you were speaking with before is Asher, someone you may be familiar with.
I know no Asher.
I mean, I just looked at him. I figured he knew him because he was in town, but nope.
All right,
I'm not
listen.
from this area.
Ace is gonna kind of get pretty ticked off. All right, listen. We don't got enough time for this bullshit. You could either open the doors or I can bust them down myself. And seeing as me and my friend here are, well, infected, you might get it yourself. So either our non-infected friend, you can tell him the information, or we can bust in ourselves. We don't have time for you to be a total fucking asshole.
Do you have a warrant?
No, we're not the guards. I don't need a fucking warrant.
Listen, the Quarter Crown Knights don't scare me. You think you
Not
have
the knights either.
infinite authority? And I will send letters to the full crown.
Send them.
You will answer for this.
Can I make an intimidation check?
I'd say for this, probably no. He seems to be pretty resilient. He doesn't see you. He doesn't really have much of, like... He seems confident in, like, his, boarded up business. He's pretty stubborn
Okay.
right now.
Well, I will look at Karan and Asher and be like, well, unless you guys got any other option, I'm about to bust this door open.
He won't address us straightly, and honestly, it's going to be us or them.
I would prefer to not make enemies at this point, but... Sir, could you please have a word with us? We know this is not a normal disease. It's some sort of magic, and...
Oh, you figured that out, have you? We can have a word just like this, just fine.
So, what do you know about what is going on?
I know plenty about it. Until my needs are met, I will do nothing about it.
What are your fucking needs?
We asked
I
you
want my shop back in the rings.
Really? This is really what we're going to discuss while there's a fucking army of zombies outside?
Oh, it's evolved, has it? Well, take it up with the Quarter Crown, then.
Look, I understand that you might prefer your shop to be in a more affluent area, but to put it bluntly, it's either you open up your shop now to us so that we can try to figure this out, or your shop remains closed for all eternity, especially after they break down the door, and I can guarantee that we are capable of breaking down the door ourselves. I'm fairly certain the entirety of the fingers possessed would be able to kick in your door easily.
He waits for a moment. Roll a persuasion check by this point.
Hell yeah. It's a 19 plus 0. That's a 19.
What do you mean by zombies?
Well, if you come take a look outside, my friends will back up and you can look at the main gate.
We witnessed a man have his flesh rended off his body from running the infected by their teeth. We also suspect that it could already be, if it's transmittable through a bite, it could already be within the hands themselves.
It is some sort of necromantic magic. About
Yes,
as
I
far
know.
as I can.
I've studied it.
What do you know? What can you help us with? You scratch our backs, we'll scratch yours. As I said, me and my friends here are already infected. We're trying to figure this out before we turn into those.
Already infected.
I already told you this.
Go away.
I mean, I can bust the door down and start coughing on a bunch of shit. I really don't care at this point.
I don't think threatening him is going to.
Roll intimidation check.
If you assist us, I will make sure you get out of the city safe. I am
I
not
don't
yet
want out of
invited.
the city. I want in the rings.
16.
I already told the Court Crown. I know what it is. I didn't know the full extent of it. I just assumed it was death. But I already have a cure. But apparently they don't want to bargain with me. But the way I look at it is, if you're good at something, you have leverage. If you don't use that leverage, you're a fool.
You know, you're really pissing me off. Using a
fuck
whole
off,
entire
then.
town. A whole entire town as leverage?
Yes.
Bunches of lives as leverage?
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Ace is gonna like turn around because he is just so angry and kind of like try to walk it off a little bit because he knows that his two other friends probably have other ideas before he busts the store down, and he's gonna really
I
try
will
to
give
give
you a
them
free
that
rage
patience.
also.
Thank you.
Because fuck this guy.
Yeah,
Well, this
I'm
guy might have
really
something.
there. I don't know if
Well,
that went anywhere, JT, but 16
did?
was the 16
With the
intimidation.
Yeah, he's pretty stubborn still. I mean, he's trying to like intimidate back, kind of, or trying to make himself a little bit bargaining power and stuff. But
Well, I am about to light this man's house on fire.
I don't
Run.
want to come to blows, but at this point, it's obvious this man is very selfishly minded about this, and I'm more of the greater good type.
You just give me the word. Just give me the thumbs up.
I'll just look at Asher.
Well, we should be the cooler heads in this position, but what are your thoughts? Do you think we shouldn't let him?
Amansar.
what?
Not only, we can't promise you anything, all right? We're not affiliated with any of the government here, but the best we can promise is that we'll help you get whatever due compensation for your efforts are. But I can guarantee that if you don't help, we will do whatever we can to get the information to try our cure.
Are you
Or if
threatening me?
Well, it's either us threatening you or it's, I said, the entirety of the fingers threatening you, and something tells me however proficient an alchemist, poisoner, apothecary you might be, you won't be able to take down the entirety.
Like I said, I have a cure.
You have a cure for bites. You have a cure for healing flesh rendered from your body.
You can't bite what you can't see. Think I don't know simple invisibility versions.
Yes, but can you guarantee that not only can they not see, they can't smell you either?
I would develop
Sense
something
you.
for that. Thank you for the idea.
I don't know if you have the time to do that, my friend.
You underestimate my power.
Well, we're gonna give you.
I think you underestimate our power.
We're going to give you one last chance. If you don't open the door and help us, there's gonna be no rings for you to set up a shop in. There's not
And there
going
will
to
be
be
no
a
cure
hand.
for you, and everyone will die. So do your worst. Leverage, my friend.
So you would
All right.
rather die than okay.
He said leverage. Leverage. No.
Leverage.
Asher's gonna transform into a direwolf and step over to the side.
Was that my sign?
Yes, leverage.
That was
the
my
door
sign.
open.
Leverage the door open. Okay, well, I'm already in a fucking rage. Fuck this guy.
Give me a
so-
strength check with advantage.
$22.
he comes over and like Spartan kicks the door, and it just like caves in. The hinges kind of come off. It kind of just hangs there a little bit, and Ace just kind of moves the door out of the way, and you see the man inside that was speaking to you, kind of. Oops, wrong person. Dang it! I keep doing that. There we go. Kind of step back a little bit. Are you mad?
Pretty pissed, to be honest.
We'll follow in behind him. And
then Asher's just growling as he's following Karan in.
You see him kind of like fashion on like this little mask. Kind of stay away.
I mean, I can come closer, or you can start talking.
That's just one barbarian, one angry barbarian. But what do you think of an entire district coming in here? Do you really believe that you can just slip through a sea of bodies?
I'll find a way.
Feel a tingle in my throat. I think I'm gonna.
Oh, God. Get away with that.
I'm just gonna take another step closer.
Kind of steps back, which is odd for somebody who has a cure and is not worried about it.
Can we pick up on that? Can we make like a perception check on that or something?
No, I would say you can just tell. Like, that's a little bit something. It's pretty obvious. It's like, wait, what? I thought you're not worried about it.
Yeah.
Amansa, I'm not here to threaten you like we said. This is what you've exacerbated. Honestly, can you even help us? Can you even help yourself? For sure. For certain.
Yes.
Can we do an insight check on that?
Yes.
I was going to do an insight check on that. Yeah.
I said we. Okay.
Yes.
No, that's good. That's good.
Since there's three of y'all, let each of you do that.
Okay, doke.
Oh yeah, I can still do an insight check as a wolf.
18.
14, so.
But not very well. That's a 2 plus things.
Oof.
The little bit of hesitation and seems like maybe he knows something, but hasn't. It's more theory.
All right. So, how about this? I don't believe you are 100% capable of doing what you claim to be. There's something, some key piece or technique that you're missing. But we, and I'll gesture to Asher and myself, we can help you with that. And as I said, after we've resolved this, we'll certainly petition on your behalf to be reinstated in the rings or whatever you want your establishment to be as recompense for your efforts. But for now, I think we need to deal in certainties. And I see that there's nothing certain about resolving this situation just yet. Maybe something's there, but not a true solution.
I know how. I know what. My struggle is with the why. Why should I? I have no guarantee that they'll give me my place back in the rings.
Why did they remove your place in the first instance?
I'm not sure.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
That is a 25.
25. Seems like there might be a little bit of something more. More to it than that.
Well, I doubt that they would cast you out without giving you a reason, and something tells me you have at least an idea of why, not just simple.
No, that's how it felt. Unfortunately, they said I was not a good fit for the upper district. I wasn't a ring. They didn't like my theories.
Well, then what are your things?
Not about this. This just happened to be the timing of things. But no, they didn't like my theories on what could be done, what was possible with alchemia.
Like what? Did you have?
Anything.
What did you have in mind?
Anything you can dream of. Of course, it's just theory, but with the right ingredients. Every action and reaction is just ingredients. With the proper ingredients, maybe even a bit of arcana mixed in there. Anything is possible. Even the concept of thinking it lets you know that there is some realm of possibility. It could be done. You can think it, imagine it.
Did you ever plan your theories out? Did you ever try and attempt any of them?
Some of them.
Anything to do with what we're dealing with right now?
No, this is not my doing.
Can I do an insight check just to be sure? $18?
Seems genuine in that.
Okay.
Seems like he did not have anything to do with this.
Okay.
These theories, what were the costs? Nothing comes from nothing. Something has to be contributed.
It's transference of energy, yes.
Transference from what to what?
That's always the question, isn't it?
And does that lie at the heart of why they found scrutiny in your theories?
They were small-minded. They said the research should be left to Ista, and I disagreed. And I took it upon myself.
Is this call from Ista in the first place, or is this from
I'm sure
a different
they're the
governing
ones
body?
who reported me. Their alchemy program is a joke. Oh, you've made a potion of healing. Congratulations. Fucking toddler can do that.
Well, if you believe that it is such a joke, and that you are a far more proper representation of how to practice the craft well, masterfully, then why not do something so incredibly impactful to this town that not a single lobbyist, politician, regent could refute you? Save the life of as many as possible within one location? It doesn't matter what your opinions are, people would have to acknowledge that. And with that, I'm sure some weight of request.
The issue that they would have with that is that the cure that I found required some of that unorthodox research.
Necromantic research?
No. Well, the ingredients involved.
What
If it's-
ingredients are you trying to say?
There's a mushroom. Have you ever heard of the corpse shroom? Run without a roll, you would have some knowledge of this. And Asher, maybe a little bit. You've seen it, maybe never seen it, but heard it. is a mushroom that grows usually in dank, deep, dark caves, and the bodies there. So you can see where this is going.
I mean, but yes, I can appreciate from my own experience that harvesting corpse shrooms aren't particularly pleasant, but you don't have to exhume the bodies themselves.
The problem is the fertile shrooms animate the corpse. So not only do you have to have a body, you then have to harvest those shrooms from something that's trying to kill you.
Well,
So it's not.
this was going a lot better way than I thought. I thought he was going to tell us human sacrificing or some shit like that. So I can hold a zombie down.
That is my problem. I won't be the hero that you're saying that I am. Unless it stays in the dark what I've done to uncover the cure.
So you don't want to be known as the man that found the cure because we have to cut some mushrooms off some zombies?
Not zombies. My issue. I'm not much of an adventurer. I didn't want to go spelunking for some corpse shrooms and hope that I stumble upon a sorry adventurer who died in a cave. I took matters into my own hands. Do you understand?
Alright, who'd you kill?
I didn't kill anyone.
So did you, steal them from the morgue, or, did you dig up some graves? Please tell me it's one of those options and you didn't murder someone.
Hypothetically speaking, what if it were the latter? Would you still want your cure?
I'm probably a poor person to ask about that because it's kind of a nature of the beast when it comes to alchemy. I'm surprised that.
At this point, Asher's going to turn back to a human and be like, well, I thought we had some real problems. We don't need to murder people to get these mushrooms.
No.
We don't want to know. Well, I believe we should be able to find some harvested in a less murdery sense.
I have some prime for harvesting.
Can I make a perception check to see if he's got, some cellar hatch or something in this after he says that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you would like us to harvest them for you?
That is a 21.
21. There is a it's not like a floor cellar door, but you can tell just by the layouts of the different buildings that it would be stairwell down. A door on kind of this side of the room.
Ace is going to look at kind of Karone and Asher and be like, and kind of head toward, nod after he says that comment to the stairway down.
How many of these specimens are we going to be? Is it one? Is it
It is one, but I would not underestimate it.
So there's only one.
Not
But-
only one. There is one.
Amongst others?
I don't think they replicate that way. I only had one assistant.
Ah.
His name was Tommy.
Did he get infected? Is that why?
No, not with this new disease.
But did you test some of those theories out on?
I did not kill him. I just did not save him. I think there's a bit of a difference there, right? By this
What
point,
How?
If I
Don't
may,
believe we need to know. This man.
could Karun deduce that he's alluding to he didn't do anything to preserve or ritualize after he had passed, and he let him turn into an undead?
he did not let him turn into an undead. From
Okay.
your understanding of the mushroom, he probably stuck him in there and let nature take its course.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Wow.
well, then,
It
you
is not
didn't-
our place to judge.
although I wouldn't say that you didn't kill him, you certainly put him in the situation that culminated in his death.
Well, are you any different? You come in here with this disease and breathe all over anything. Don't be all mightier than I.
That's no different than what your environment would be within a day or two, based on how things are progressing out there. Regardless,
All right. So
we're
what?
not here to argue the past.
Yeah. What do you want us? So we can go down there and we can cut off some mushrooms. You just need the mushrooms to make the cure. And then once you've made it, we give you a good word about getting your shop back. What exactly are we?
You make it sound so simple. If you're not careful, that thing will tear you to pieces.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's
not like we
probably
just killed
gotten
a bunch
even
of
worse since I last peeked at it. It grows at a pretty rapid rate, I've noticed. The corpse shroom is vile and terrifying, but very useful. It is the only natural ingredient known to remove curses. And if you haven't figured it out yet, this is no ordinary disease.
Should we do this on our own or should we call for backup?
I don't want to involve more people, but we won't be able to help them if we get ourselves killed. It might be a good idea.
Oh shit! You didn't contact. Oh no. Well, luckily Gloria still has a necklace. She's probably going to be rather upset with the news, but should we
Okay.
call for her friends?
That's a good point. Yeah. I can send a message back to your wife and let her know to send Briar and Rowan this way. That way we don't have as much contact as possible, just in case that whatever this man is lying to us or something along the lines.
Well, make sure, if you do, tell her to have Briar's father get her out of the city. if we
Okay.
don't return.
I'll grab the amulet and I'll say, we think we found something, but we need the assistance of Briar and Rowan. If this doesn't work, have Briar's parents get you guys to safety.
Did you find a cure? What is... I know you can't reply, but I will let them know. I will send them your way. Good luck. Be safe.
Do I know that this doesn't have any more charges left in?
There's like a sense of like a magical activation. You don't. It's gone. Yeah, for the day.
So I will take it off probably and hand it back to, or oh, no, I won't. I'll keep it on for now.
Yo, what?
No,
Roll a dice.
I won't. He'll set it and he'll look at Asher and like they'll make like eye contact and be like, "Oh, it's you, and then he'll put it back on, kind of thing.
So they said that they have possibly found an answer to this, but they need your help at Amansar.
Okay. How much progress has Rowan made with kind of fortifying the downstairs?
Pretty boarded up.
Okay. Well, let me go find Briar. Rowan's gonna go find Briar, who I'm assuming is with their parents.
Boarding.
Yeah, they're down all in the main room with you guys.
Yeah.
All together.
Are we sure we boarded at the back? Like all the doors are taken care of? Everything.
It's pretty boarded up, yeah.
Oh, great.
And Rowan's gonna kind of gesture to the no longer tables and chairs.
Yeah, okay.
And okay, so we want to head out then, and I'm sure your mom and dad can protect them if necessary.
Oh yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah. Rowan's gonna walk up to Briar's dad, and we're gonna have to save that sparring for later. And Rowan's just gonna walk past and go up to the upstairs, and he's gonna try to cut through one of the windows just enough for Briar and Rowan to jump out.
Briar is going to give her dad a kiss on the nose, and then she's gonna go over and hug her mom, and she's like, just in case, and then run upstairs.
Okay, so you guys are gonna try to exit out the window.
Yeah. Try to like find a window that kind of goes to like an overhang, and then kind of go down gently.
Yeah, kinda easy enough, kind of as it was for the rest of them as they climbed out. You do notice a group of individuals kind of at the end of the alley as you guys climb out. People that appear to be like Zagya and Karan. You see two males and a female in kind of the familiar kimonos of what Karan wears. And one with kind of bright light blue eyes and kind of really light blue hair with streaks of white in it, and another one kind of vibrant green eyes, almost akin to Karan's, with darker purple hair, and the female with kind of teal eyes and almost a teal tinge to her hair.
I guess I kind of imagine Rowan would kind of be like peeking a corner of the alleyway with Briar up behind him. How far would it be for them to just kind of like do like a quick, well, no, that's actually louder. No, just change my, I'm gonna turn to Briar and say, I don't remember if you were there or not, but these people in the alleyway are like Karan and Zagya. more near me.
But not all Nermin are quite like Charon, so I'd like to avoid them.
Yeah. So Rowan is going to kind of gesture around and kind of do like a quick pace, but quiet, like low and quiet to the next alleyway to kind of get by.
Roll a stealth check,
Both.
each of you.
19 plus 4, so 23.
I rolled a 19 plus 1, so dirty 20.
They seem to be discussing among themselves, and they don't seem to notice you climb out and exit the alley.
And Rowan take a minute to listen to their conversation before they officially leave.
Yeah. Roll a perception check.
That is a 16 plus 3, 19.
You can kind of hear them, one of them, presumably similar voice to the one that you had heard answering at the door. Well, she must be around here somewhere. But I think this is precedent that maybe we find a place to stay safe for a while.
I'm going to turn to Briar. I'm going to kind of gesture as we go, kind of keep going. As we get a good distance away, I'm going to turn and tell her they are looking for Zagya.
If we were closer, I could send her a message.
Do we want to turn back really quick?
Only
Get closer.
way is Ford. She knows that they're there, and she's aware to stay away anyway. So,
Okay.
I mean,
All right, let's get to. Asher has that little amulet thing he could probably use to talk to them with, so we could probably do that. And we're gonna keep going to the apothecary. I'm sure we're gonna probably ask. Rowan's gonna ask on the way some guards to where the apothecary's at.
You see kind of frantically the guards kind of herding people into their homes and stuff and kind of patrolling the street. You there. You're going to have to get indoors.
We're heading to the apothecary. We have some business to take care of
Apothecary's
there.
closed. He won't let anyone in.
I don't know about that. I think our friends are already in there.
Friends are in there. What do you mean?
Yes. They went to go speak with him. I know. It's a chance I'm gonna have to take, sir. I appreciate it. We'll get into doors.
You think he
indoors
knows
as soon as
something
possible.
about it?
That's the hope. We're gonna try to help the situation as much as possible, but I don't know.
Gods be with you then.
Thank you. If you see an elfish man, a human, and another human, they all have beards, except for one. Tell them we're looking for him.
Right. Right.
Ron's gonna go. Ron's gonna go.
So guy. Right. Nukem Dukem, thank you for the raid, by the way. And hello, everybody. I love you guys. Yeah. So he kind of directs you to the Amansar Alchemia, and you find the kicked-in door of the establishment, done by.
Yeah. Does the guard know? Does the guard see the pushed-in door?
No, this was a couple blocks down away, so
Okay.
passed by.
Okay. I think they're here.
I think your anger got the best of them again.
They're here.
Rowan is gonna kind of rush in. It's assuming the worst.
All right, stay over
end.
there by Asher. Don't come over here. I don't know how we're gonna do this. Something interesting.
Well, if this works, we won't have to worry. I really don't like putting you all in danger, but we have to collect some mushrooms from down below.
Yes, best of luck to you all. Are these your friends, I assume?
Rowan.
Yes.
They're not friends.
Hmm.
It just never ends.
Thank you, Dom. Appreciate that.
I love how it's Dom's thing. His character's name is Dominicus, and family is his thing.
I don't
Can
think.
Rowan? Go ahead, Briar. Go ahead, Briar.
Oh, I was just gonna be rude. It's okay.
I was just
Very
going to be
rude to the
rude.
Can
Do your
Rowan
best, go ahead.
deduce, knowing now that Ace is sick, can Rowan deduce that he could have gotten sick from that man coughing on him? Because Rowan was right there.
Yeah. That seems to be what it was, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Literally got
Excuse me.
blood cough on his face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm Rowan. What's your name?
I am Amansar, owner
I'm sorry.
of Amansar Alchemia. We were close, but your friends helped themselves in.
I appreciate you opening the door for us.
Right.
Rowan is gonna pull out a piece of platinum and throw it on the table, but he's also gonna ask,
Piece of
"Do
platinum?
you have piece of platinum? Is Rowan? Do you have like a cloth?"
Rowan!
The door's busted open.
No, don't.
What?
No.
He's gonna
No.
take it back. He's gonna slide
No.
it. Okay.
We'll
You'll
catch
be
you up later.
compensated enough.
Okay.
Don't worry. We'll just yes. These are our friends. You don't need to know any more information about them. We'll be down there and we'll get you your mushrooms. Let's
Do
go.
you have no? Do you have something to cover? Do we have like masks to cover their faces with, to keep them from spreading?
You mean like this one? Yes.
Yes.
I have a few.
Wraps with like chemicals or flowers or whatever it is.
Herbs, yes.
Do you have anything that you can provide them so we don't further the infection?
I have 3.
Rowan's gonna. Can we give it to them? I'm gonna point to Asher, Karan, and Ace.
If anything, it should be one of the two of you,
We are not
Gotcha.
infected. Yes.
Yes,
not
take-
Sense it?
not us.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take one. Then Briar.
Just gonna.
And as
Put
far
it
as you know,
on-
Asher's not infected yet.
That's why I said Asher and
Yeah.
the two of you, not us. And sorry, I'm pointing. We're not orientated.
And when he said he has 3, like he had 2 extras essentially, right?
No, he had 3. He has his one and then 3 more.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, then Asher will put one on and be like, well, I don't know how this will work. But, well, let's get this done.
Yes, be careful and try not to breathe in any of the spores. Lest you suffer the same fate as our friend. My
Well,
associate.
I do have an idea. So I'm going to cast protection from. Is this a concentration?
Yes, it's a
Good and evil.
concentration.
No, protection from poison.
Oh, protection. from
Do.
Cool. Damn you.
Oh, wait. It's I can't do it. Wait, what? I'm trying to see. It's not concentration, so yeah, I should be able to use 2 spell slots and cast it on Run and Dominicus for an hour. Do. Yeah. Okay.
Casting time's an action plus 10. What's the casting time?
Just in one action. It's a touch. So
Cool.
I'm gonna go up and pat you guys on the shoulder and walk down.
All right. So What's the plan?
Well, my thought was, as we are also going down into the cellar, I will catch them up on the douchebag that is upstairs using the whole entire city as leverage, which is why he didn't let you pay for his damage, and how he is basically, helping us so that we can try to get leverage, and he's just not a good person. But I'll also mention my plan was to grapple it so you guys could harvest the mushrooms off it. If that doesn't work, Rowan, I might need you close to be able to possibly trip it. And then if we can restrain it with ropes, it might be the best option.
Yeah, I can take it down.
So we are dealing with a poison?
It's a zombie that grows mushrooms on it that we have to get the mushrooms off of it so he can make a cure.
Hmm.
That's dumbed down. I know Karon could tell you a very much more.
In a sense, it's a curse, and it comes from the corpse shroom, which grows on. Well, this specifically grows on an animated corpse, fresh.
He was saying that the disease that is plaguing the town is cursed. It's a cursed disease. That's why it couldn't be treated with just normal cure disease. The corpse shrooms are the only thing known to cure disease, the only natural ingredient known to cure disease, and so it's one of the ingredients necessary for his concoction.
Okay. I mean, do you think that's something you and I are going to want to keep in a vial and study later? Maybe take a little extra?
Well, we know where to get some. They grow in caves, but for now, we might eat as much as we can to solve that crisis.
You guys are heading down?
Yeah, as we're heading down, he's kind of wants to look at Karan and Asher like, I don't know how potions work, but if we get some kind of cure, could we put it in a water source and give it to people that way?
It depends on the potency and how much. We wouldn't want to dilute it too much, but in theory, we could try to make something concentrated.
Cool. All right.
So, as we're walking, I'm gonna turn to Karan. So I got some news. I saw some more Naramine. They were right outside the Sleeping Moon.
Did they seem as if they were searching for someone?
Sagya. Specifically Sagya.
When you came into the back room looking for your seals for your postage, just prior to that, she had suspected myself potentially being one looking for her. So it's true.
Well,
There are others from the Conclave.
Well, they're here. You know now. But you'll be happy to know that the sealed moon is good and tight, and nobody's going in, and nothing is going out. Well, if they want to go out.
Well, good, thank you. I'm assuming no one would want to leave, and so long as people cannot easily enter, and everyone there, I'm assuming that Briar's parents are more than capable. Koya herself is probably capable.
Full confidence.
So, we still must be quick.
They're pretty bad at this.
Yeah, they are. I can't wait to spar with them. Anyway, well, it's time to get our hands dirty. Here.
Let's do this. And he's gonna try to go for a hand, like a fist pump, and try to light his fist.
Everyone's gonna do the same in return.
Yes. It's a wisdom, right?
Mhm.
It's should we
So 19 plus 1, so dirty 20.
There you go.
I got a 17. I'm happy with that, so I know that's gonna ignite as well. So
And
Yes!
Brian's just gonna mumble. Don't touch him. Don't touch him, Rowan.
Rowan's gonna. It's the blade that'll be touching
okay.
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's touching the.
Well, be careful with the fire. We might not want to burn the mushrooms.
Indeed, we do want to be
Oh, shit.
careful.
That's right. And he's gonna probably take it out. We probably should not mess with fire.
Is it dark down there?
Just be careful
It's dark.
with it.
I was gonna say, is it dark? Because Rowan's gonna keep it up if it's dark. So, yeah. And Rowan's just gonna kind of keep it right in front of him like this, so he's not like pulling it around. So.
Okay. So, as you make your way down into the cellar, you kind of see as there's a different kind of like a little mist kind of floating around, and you see just kind of spores floating around, almost like dandelion little spores just kind of float around, and it's kind of they just waft through the air, and you see different areas within the corners of the room. There's different alchemy equipment, kind of spores growing out of that, little shrooms kind of growing off the sides of it, and kind of underneath this table, this alchemy table, there is a what was presumably once a person, somewhat the shape covered in these almost crusty like mushrooms.
Has it noticed us yet?
It does not move. It seems like it's almost like attached to the wall and almost ingrown into the table and environment around itself.
Rowan's gonna be close, but not too close to Dom. So he's gonna.
Yeah, I think our plan of action maybe should change. If it's not moving yet, maybe we should get a rope and try to restrain it. It's not. For when it does attempt to...
Step back. Rowan's gonna take his other sword, holding the other one out, and he's gonna poke it. Just kind of poke the limb.
The flame sword or just the regular sword?
Just the regular sword.
Okay. There's no reaction. Your blade kind of scratches along the surface of one of the mushrooms, and you can feel it's pretty hard. Almost has like a metallic feel to it.
I say we tie it down just in case.
Yeah, Asher, that spell you did on me, how effective is it?
Well, I've never used it before, but
Okay.
the idea.
So much for the look. And he's gonna hold his hand out for some rope.
I'll pass
Rowan's gonna give him one of his
I have
50 feet.
I have a skinning knife, maybe. Cameron, are you going to get in there? I'm good with poison. I can try as well.
No, if you'd like to assist, I think the quickest in and out. Ash, I'm sure you can probably help, and we can cultivate this as quickly as possible before hopefully we can just evade anything.
You
would be
do
ideal.
recognize that there is a slight, and kind of like what he said, there's a difference between the ones that are harvestable harvestable ones have to have grown from the corpse. So there are other ones kind of around the room in different areas, but they're not attached to the same being.
Yeah,
is
they're growing on the
necessary.
mycelium. They're not.
Do they have any effect too? Like maybe we want to pick them just in case for other things?
Maybe the ones I was referencing, like, grow on top of grave sites, but not the ones that.
While Dom is tying him down, Rowan's gonna.
You won't be able to. It's not that you'd be able to just tie it down, because it's underneath the table, and you can see, while it doesn't necessarily have like distinguishable, like, oh, you can see its arm. It's like crusted and covered over where it's almost in the shape of an arm, probably 2-3 times the actual size of what the original human form would have been, as it kind of like laid inside under the table, so kind of underneath there, and you can see the face kind of
before
split open.
Fuck you.
Rowan's going to move to the front where the head would be, and he's just going to hover and watch very closely at the head with his flame tongue and his other sword.
Yeah, so knowing that we can't rope it, I will actually take my leather bandages and wrap them around my hands, trying to because I'm gonna be touching this thing. So, and I'm going to think about that asshole that's upstairs and probably go into a rage again, and kind of try to straddle and hold the arms down, keep my head away.
Crawl underneath the table with it.
That's what I'm doing. I got to make sure that he stays down while they harvest. So I'm gonna stealth. Can I stealth over there too, just in case here?
Give me a stealth check with disadvantage.
Asher, can you take care of this table for him, so he can? Can you flip the table so he can?
Is it like a heavy enough table or a light enough table where I could just move it off to the side?
No, it's a heavy metal table, and it's actually bolted to the wall. It's
of course.
So cute.
You could take your time and unscrew the bolts, but it has a bunch of different alchemy equipment that you would not want to tip over, so that's why it's bolted.
Well, Rowan is going to ready an attack if that thing moves an inch. Not even an inch, just a centimeter. So.
All right. Well, I rolled a 4 for stealth, so.
The room sees you.
As Ace crawls underneath the table, this form kind of crusted up against the wall, this just overgrowth of mushroom-like crust. You see as you crawl to grab one of its arms, and you kind of put your hand over it. It's thick enough that you wouldn't be able to put your grab around. You know what I mean? Like you would have to kind of press up against it.
Sure.
And a pore kind of just opens up a little bit on the shoulder as you kind of lean in, and smoke kind of wafts. You see the tiniest little spores. What would you like to do?
Well, does it have any
drift towards your nose?
does it have an effect on me with the?
You have no idea. Who got the immunity to poison or whatever?
I used 2 spell slots to give it to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a concentration.
To both of them?
Karun and Ace both got him. And then everybody else got masks.
Okay.
He is just knowing that the spell is there, not knowing with the confidence that Asher had, the best thing he would think to do would be to hold his breath.
Okay.
Oh, Karun,
you feel as they kind of drift along your face, and you can see the spores right there, almost like an eye floater, as they kind of float up and then and stick to the bottom of the table. And you see as they stick to the table, almost like the formation of like ice on a windshield or something like that. They kind of just like spread out and grow these little tendrils that attach to the table as they kind of anchor themselves to that. And as you kind of notice that and you return your attention to the hand, you see kind of in the split this kind of eye covered in kind of crust as it just turns its attention to you. And then you hear and it opens up. And we're going to take a break.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was still 8.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So,
I love this so much, but I'm like so anxious at the same time.
Yep. Same boat.
You have to crawl under the table with it, you absolute madman.
Hey, I am just trying to hold this thing down so my friends can get mushrooms off of it.
Mm.
I know what it is, but Ace doesn't know. It's a fucking clacker from The Last of Us.
The clicker.
Clicker. It's a clicker.
Clicker.
Clicker, I'm sorry.
Clickers, clackers is
Same.
even so like that's what we're assuming. I mean, and honestly, that could just be part of the entirety of the fucking room at this point. Like, oh, okay.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it so much.
So, we will return in 15 minutes. We'll be back.
All right.
And as chat, put your panties in a bunch, I will return sleeveless because I'm sweating like crazy.
Yes. Finally.
All right.